Trippie Red, man, this guy frustrates me a lot. I've listened to his music a lot, to see if I can find something, to see if I can see past the flaws. And the album I dropped towards the end of last year, because he dropped a few throughout the year. One of them I thought was awful, but then the second one towards the end of the year wasn't good really. It was kind of mediocre, but there were some great tracks on it, and I could definitely see what he was going for. Like Topanga, he was showing that he has really good vocals, can bring out some good melodies. There was something in it that I could definitely start to see past, but here we are again with this newest release, and he's kind of falling back to the issues that he's really always had. First of all, the vocals. Jesus Christ, I am just not feeling what he's going for throughout many of these tracks. He really has awful vocal control, and it just sticks out awfully on so many of these songs. Like, he'll be singing pretty decently. He's not the best singer or anything like that, but he can, like I say, bring out some nice melodies occasionally, but then he just like breaks out into some like Riot is a good example, because this is just an ugly song. Like, from the lyrics to how he's singing, it's just ugly to listen to. Like, I cannot think of a context where I would hear a song like this and ever want to play it again. And even if you're like a Trippie Red fan, like, I couldn't imagine you finding appeal from this. The beat is really generic and plain. There are some like reggae sort of dancehall-ish isms throughout this album as well, that crop up occasionally, and it's just the most basic way you can come to this sound and approach it. It's like picking the most simple beats from a sound, from a style of music, and just running with it without really adding anything that makes it interesting, that makes it your own. And yeah, Trippie Red does have his own kind of like vocals that are quite unique to himself, but when they're just kind of like brash and harsh throughout the album, it just really doesn't mesh together at all. I really couldn't tell what I thought of the first track when I first heard it, and even a few listens later, I'm still not sure what this song is. I can't tell if it works or if it doesn't at all, but that's kind of the issue with this album. Like, so many tracks just kind of come up, and I'm just really trying to work out what exactly he's going for and if it's being pulled off well. At least he's able to confuse me and make me question how I feel about something. But again, I think if the vocals were just on point, then maybe a lot of these tracks would work better than they do. A lot of the lyrics throughout are just really kind of like generic like relationship type tracks, where he's just kind of like putting the blame on the girl, or he's trying to like, you know, put his heart on his sleeve and trying to like reel off his emotions. But again, it just comes across in a bit of a kind of way. He's just really poor, I think, at displaying how he feels without trying to sound like a dick. That's kind of the best way to say it, I think. Another point to add to the ugliness of this album at points that I mentioned earlier is the track Snakeskin. I just think this message is just really lost in translation. Like, it's not exactly a bad message, you know. He's just essentially trying to tell someone to, you know, to keep with it, you know, don't commit suicide, you know, you're more than what you think you are. But yet, how he says it and the way he just keeps repeating the word suicide on the chorus is just so ugly and hard to listen to. It's just such like an uneasy chorus to listen to. Like, yeah, I mean, suicide is very serious, and you should take it seriously. You shouldn't treat it as some kind of joke or whatever, but like, just how he says it and stuff on the chorus just is really not nice on the ears. I think you can put forward a positive message without just hammering in like the negativity of it. I don't know, I just think the way he tries doing this is just really poor. But at this point, should I expect any more from Trippie Red? He's not a good lyricist. His bars are really weak. His blend of R&B and hip hop is just so just missing the mark almost every time he tries it, that I shouldn't be surprised that I'm saying all of these things once again. I've probably said very similar things in previous reviews of his work. It just goes to show that dropping a lot of projects in a short amount of time, it's just not good for your artistry. Like, you don't progress very well. Your previous work ages quicker because you only dropped it like 6 months ago, so it's fresh on your mind. You're remembering the bad and good things about it, and if you're not improving significantly, then it just makes it even worse. So yeah, I mean, this is just weak overall. And it's a shame because the last project got me thinking, well, his next one could be really good. And there I am listening to his next one and it's worse. So I don't know, maybe Trippie Red just isn't going to drop anything that I'm ever going to love. But I suppose his music is worth giving a shot at least. 4 out of 10, this is bad overall for me. Too much awful singing, not many memorable songs actually. Some of the weak beats just breeze by without really impacting me. Yeah, nah. Thanks for watching the review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of this album if you heard it. And let me know if you didn't like it or if you did like it. Thank you for watching my review. Have a good day. Bye.